Nothing broke.
Alive.
Oh, yay, nothing broke. Awesome. So, hello again. I'm Disdon. I am in costume as the incentive has requested. This is Trevor Belmont from the Netflix series costume. It would have been better for yesterday with the Alucard run, but that was I got added to Freeland's run as part of the race for, you know, fun. Yes, costume percent, exactly. I am the world record holder for costume percent in like multiple games at this point. I don't think anyone else has a goose costume either. But this is Symphony of the Night. As someone in chat asked about the category, and the category is because we are playing the Requiem version. That's why it's Requiem / DXC PAL, because it's the port of the Dracula X Chronicles on PS Vita to the PS4. So this is like a third generation of a port of a game that is incredibly broken, and it's even more broken than the original. And you'll see that in just a little bit. But I'm going to give a countdown for me to hit start and you guys to start the timer. I have mine on my end for when to see if I PB again today. But because the timing in Castlevania games is usually based upon the first input that you can do, it's really hard for marathons. So we're going to start the run in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so I'm not really good with Richter on this, but you don't need to be. You're only Richter for like 5 seconds. Well, a minute maybe. Skip the cutscene. The biggest part of running Symphony of the Night is that you have to have a clear of the game in order to skip the cutscenes. So it's, you know, a thing. But if you ever played Rondo of Blood, this is literally the final battle of Rondo of Blood. Just, you know, because not everybody got to play it since it was, you know, exclusively not in the US. You know, things. Yes, PS4 came out in 1997. Totally. Well, it's gonna be 1400 pretty soon, I'm pretty sure. Die, monster! You don't belong in this world! What is a man? A miserable pile of secrets. But enough talk! Have at you! Alright, so if you know anything about Symphony of the Night, you know that I'm only going to be moving in like one way. Backwards. Because Shield Dash is literally the fastest way to move. Much to Iga's disdain, because he puts so much work into the animation of the walk cycle of Alucard. But, you know, it really just, it's so slow. So we're gonna do the backdash. Backdash, shield dash, whatever you want to call it. Bum 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 bada bum bum. We're not gonna hear the song for very long. It's a banger, but you're not gonna hear it for very long at all. Alright. This is gonna be fun. And that's how we skip the death cutscene in this version. You literally just backdash out of that screen. No neutron bomb, no tricks, nothing. Just easiest possible setup you could ever think of. It's crazy. It's crazy broken. The one thing that does suck about when that happens is it does take the music away for the rest of this area, so you don't get to hear near as much of that. I mean, PS5 remake's probably coming. I'm pretty sure they're working with Iga on that PS5 remake. With Miriam from Bloodstained making a special guest appearance or something. It's great. But yeah, as I said, backdash, the biggest thing. It's mostly just regular execution for the... Okay, could you please... Thank you. I fell off. Skeleton attacked me. That's fine. This is fine. It's not a big deal. Okay. Alright, this is the first time today that I didn't get poisoned at that spot, which is great. Now if I can not fall off again, that'd be amazing. So we're about to hit the first boss fight, which is the Wonder Twins, Slagra and Gabon. You might remember them from Castlevania 4 or many, many other Castlevania games. Oh, come on, Slagra. Get back here. Alright, Slagra's down. Alright, and there was Gabon. So, that's probably about the longest fight you're going to see in this entire game. And we are taking a save here so that way we don't have to deal with the save cutscene later when we're doing some out-of-bounds stuff. It's great. It's amazing. This game is so pretty. The music's great, but it's also super broken. I will explain the out-of-bounds stuff when I do the out-of-bounds stuff, which isn't very far. Okay. For a second, I forgot which way I needed to turn to hit that. Yeah, more like Bybon. You see him for like 10 seconds and then he's dead. Everyone's favorite, the Flea Man. And that was not intentional, but I accidentally cast a spell. And skip the cutscene with Maria here. Maria Renard is looking for her best friend in the world and the fiance of her sister, which is Richter Belmont. Of course, Richter Belmont is the protagonist that you saw for the little bit at the beginning, and descendant of Trevor Belmont, whom you saw me and Freeland play as yesterday for a bit. So yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. It's Castlevania. Dracula don't stay dead for very long, and he definitely does not appreciate being dead. And here is going to be a fun part. We got these things, and you kind of can just jump on their backs. It's lovely. It's almost like they want you to cheat in this game. It's great. Now, Simon's a beefcake, but I don't think he's the best Belmont. I think the order goes Trevor, Justine, or Justice, and then Simon. Richter's, wait. Oh, come on. I did not mean to hit that button again. Alright. So the next boss fight's coming up, and that's Doppelganger, and he's going to be about as fast as, say, the other one, but it's a slightly different strat here. Oh, come on. The movement in this game is sometimes a little bit wonky. Because like most good Castlevania games, it'll drop your inputs like nothing. So, here's the Doppelganger. And then we do 1, 2, 3, and he's dead. So, yeah. That was a Doppelganger fight. Really hard. Really hard. That's exactly how it was intended to be fought. The world record holder did an IRL with Iga, and that was a known thing that they just didn't bother to fix. They're like, nobody's gonna bother to get the clock. Everyone hates the clock in Castlevania. But, you know, people figured it out anyway. That is a Medusa head. The yellow ones will make you turn to stone. The blue ones are just annoying. And that's a very minor clip that saves about 2 seconds. But it's not about saving the time. It's about looking swag. Obviously. Obviously. And now we have everybody's favorite doggo. Hang on. And that's why. Because another lovely little glitch in this game is how the wolf works. It has a run, but if you're on an incline like that, on stairs, the run kind of is broken. Okay, that was a little bit of a slow slash there. But yeah, if you're on an incline, it will save your momentum, and you can like make some serious jumps with that you normally wouldn't be able to. We made that jump in order to get the garnet so we can sell it later for some mana potions. And now we're going to use the wolf to get some speed through here. And I kind of messed that up. It's really hard to attack with the wolf because you have to jump first, which I don't know why they made it that way, but I guess. And now we get to come up to the part where we figure out whether or not we have wasted too much time or not enough time, and I'm pretty sure we wasted too much time. Yep. So if you have any donations to read, now would be a great time because I'm just going to be sitting here farming hearts.
Alright. While we are waiting for your new shiny donations to get to that sweet 1,400 euros, I would like to talk about our charity of choice a bit. We are raising money for the Dutch Cancer Society, which is a nationwide organization committed to fight cancer while aiming for more cure and a higher quality of life for those already battling the disease. All your donations will go straight to the Dutch Cancer Society, and we really appreciate all of your help so far, and we would just like to say, keep going, keep them coming. We have lots of milestones to hit and lots of incentives to meet, and a whole day of speedruns still waiting for you. So stay here, stay tuned, keep watching this epic run and all the others that will come after it. Thank you.
Thank you. And if you were wondering what I was doing with the switching out of the wolf, when you switch out of the wolf, you can do the dive kick, and that gives you a little bit of a boost. So I kind of did a sequence break there in order to get here at the Coliseum. Though, unfortunately, these skeletons are not giving me the best pattern. They're trying to attack me instead of just jump over me. So that's a bit of a time loss. Not a big deal. And then we're going to get our library card and come into the area. As stated before, when you have a finished game, you can skip cutscenes. And this fight is made easier because you skip the cutscene. The enemies aren't able to move in this area until after the cutscene time would play. So even if you do skip the cutscene, they just stay frozen for the 10 or 15 seconds that it takes for Richter to tell you that he's the master of the castle and blah, 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 get out of his place. You know, he's kind of being a meanie, but he's not really himself. Now, I'm doing something a little bit unorthodox here. Oh, come on. And that's because I have some trouble with the spell that I'm supposed to be using for this. There's a spell that clears the room, but it like the Wing Smash that I'm going to be doing later, it likes to not obey my inputs. It likes to drop one of them because you have to basically do you basically have to do a full like circle and then hit a button in order to make it work, and it likes to drop one because Konami loves nothing if not to make your spells basically Mortal Kombat finishing move codes, because they're great. But thankfully, I've got a lot of extra hearts from having to wait. Thank you for dropping those jump inputs, game. That's always fun. So, we grabbed the shield rod, and one thing that they never really tested was how the shield rod worked with the Alucard shield, which is the shield that you get at the beginning of the game when you're still before the death scene where he takes away your equipment. They didn't expect anyone to figure out how to skip that, so this is super OP. Basically, if you have the shield rod and this shield, then you murder everything. Because I exist nowhere. I mean, I'm there. I'm somewhere. Okay. Now, in most versions of this run, you will do an infinite item glitch, but in this version of the game, they somehow patched that out. They left in way worse and more inconvenient glitches, but they patched out the infinite money, which is hilarious. And as stated before, the wing smash is a pain. You can infinitely wing smash in theory. Basically, you just have to keep doing the input over and over again. But because it's a Castlevania game, it likes to drop set inputs. It's always fun. Also, yay, another raid. Woo! Alright. So, we are almost to the first out of bounds glitch. I'm going to be using this out of bounds glitch at least twice. Once to do the... or no, 3 times. Once to do the relic skip, and then 2 times just to skip a screen. Because this game is super duper broken. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to get the X position of Alucard to be as far to the left as possible, so then it's negative. Once it's negative, then you basically just utilize the save to further move you to the right, and then you are technically on the other side of the screen, like the transition. So what happens then is the game thinks that you're in the area below you, and if there's trying to remember how to explain this. If you're in the right spot below you at a save point, you just basically skip having to go through that screen to get to that screen. It basically just kind of teleports you down, like one instance. It's weird. But that's the first time that we use that. We're going to use it 2 more times, once like that, and once with a few other things to perform a skip. Though we're coming up on probably the hardest trick in the game, though it's made a lot easier with the way that they found a trick to make it more consistent. So in this room, it locks the camera, but if you go on the outside, it's no longer locked. So with the wolf, and we didn't get it on the first time, but you saw what it was trying to do. You can break the screen, and if you break the screen, you can basically skip the Richter battle without having to get the Holy Goggles. Which is great. And that was like the third or fourth try, so that wasn't too bad. And yeah, Shield Rod plus Alucard Shield equals... Yeah, you basically murder everything and get a bunch of hearts. I'm really bad at the Infinite Wing Smash, and I apologize. That is like probably the best way for me to improve my time, would be that. Rom Scout is the world record holder in this and many other categories for this game. And he did not do another out of bounds glitch that you could do right there, but it's not really actually time saving. Oh, I actually got a double wing smash. That's a triple. Okay, that was pretty good. I was actually able to get a little bit of an infinite wing smash there. I've never... That's probably gonna gold the split now. Awesome. But yeah, you can go out of bounds and save up to 2 seconds, but that entirely depends on your mana roll from leveling up. And I just screwed some up. That's fine. And that's Medusa. Okay. So what we're about to do, since we grabbed those mana prisms, is we're going to use one to refill our magic. And while you're doing that, you're actually invincible for a little bit. So we're also going to use that invincibility to help. So yeah. And now comes the most annoying room in the entire run. And I lost all my hearts, so I can't use the stopwatch to get around these enemies coming up, but I've still got a slight chance of surviving this. Come on, wing smash. Fine. These guys are a pain in my butt. These guys have the ability to take over Alucard and basically put him into a berserk mode where he keeps attacking infinitely. And it's very, very annoying. Fine. Whatever. I got through it. I got through it. It's fine. This is fine. But yeah, those little imps are very mean. And now, if there's time for more incentives, this is basically just a wing smash room, so...
Yeah, I just wanted to say well done with that section. That was pretty hardcore, considering that you couldn't use the special ability. I just wanted to say to everyone who's watching that you can stay updated with our events by following us on Twitter and Instagram under the handle BSG Marathon, which is one word. In this way, you can get a behind-the-scenes look at the event and stay up to date with the latest news in our marathons, events, and more awesome stuff. We're also in the process of uploading all our runs, this one included, to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/bsgmarathon, so be sure to check that out and subscribe, because we have 2 new videos per day, every day. If you want to see them in your feed, go to YouTube and subscribe to us. Thank you very, very much.
Alright, so this run is almost over, and there's one big skip coming up here. If you know, you basically have to do a Simon's Quest boss rush thing. Oh, come on, behave. And get all of the parts of Dracula. Well, I'm gonna skip that with an out of bounds glitch. And hopefully I can get it the first try. It's very hard. Okay, there we go. We got it. So what you do with the out of bounds glitch with everything else is basically you wind up between the screens, and with this screen it's 2 screens wide. So once you get to the left here, you can actually if I can get it to work right, took the 3rd try, you can wing smash up to this save point that's on the other side of where you need all of the Dracula relics, the heart, the rib, the ring, all that fun stuff. So you don't need any of that to get to the final battle. You literally just skip it all right there. So now I'm going to take this a slightly safer way, without using a wing smash on this screen, to try and get the shaft skip first try. If we have to fight Shaft, we have the shield rod, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay. Try to... Oh, yep, we're gonna have to fight Shaft. It's fine, it's fine. So what I was trying to do was shaft skip. If you get to the left side of the room, without triggering the cutscene for Shaft, you can skip that entire battle and just go straight into the dark void that you fight your dear, dear father in. And since I had to fight Shaft, I've already done part of the final battle. So time will be coming up very shortly on the final hit. I already initiated the shield rod thing, so I don't have to worry about that. I just bat to the top and... Come on, time.
Go back to the abyss. Trouble the soul of my mother no more.
How could I?
Unfortunately, that's not a new PB for me.
Lost your heart, your soul.
GG.
Win without them.
Yeah, if I didn't have to fight Shaft, I might have PB'd there.
So, I
Oh well.
sacrificed
Well, there's
Yeah.
always next time.
I mean, I PB'd my last marathon, and I PB'd while I was practicing an hour ago, so...
Oh really? I mean,
mean,
that's also.
what were Lisa's
Not that,
last words?
not that bad. But yeah, game is totally great. It's, you know, not broken at all.
Do them no harm. For
You
their-
tear me apart, Lisa! Yes, exactly.
She also said that she
But
loved
that is Symphony of the Night, and if you know the story of the game,
Farewell.
good. If you don't, watch the Netflix series. It basically combines the prequel story of this in Castlevania 3, plus the story of how Dracula's wife Lisa is killed and all that fun stuff. So yeah. And that's Symphony of the Night Requiem on PS4.
Thank you very much for showing us that run and that game.
No problem.
There is always time and space for some Castlevania fun.
Yeah, there's always time and space to murder Dracula, yes.
All right. This was Castlevania Symphony of the Night Requiem version by disdonnpla. Give the runner a follow. Watch that PB that he got an hour ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to upload that to my YouTube and then post it to Speedrun.
Oh, okay. Cool. I hope it gets verified really quickly.
Alucard,
Yeah, sometimes they're a little slow on that one, but
So
you know,
fight your own
they don't have a lot of people running this version of this game, so and most of the other versions have had their records and times in there for months, if not years. Castlevania has too many games for them to really keep track of.
necessary for evil to triumph.
Yeah,
For
I
good
got
men to
that.
do nothing.
And if you
Still.
like this game, I also highly recommend Bloodstained Ritual of the Night,
Veins is cursed
because that is made by the same team that made this game, and yes, it's just as broken.
now and forever.
I see.
Oh yes, more broken games. Yes,
We'll not
please.
meet again.
I know, right? All the broken.
Yeah.
Well, are you going after him?
What's the difference between the PS1 and the Requiem version? This is a port of the PS Vita, port. So it's basically like 3rd generation port.
Who knows?
Maybe.
It's so broken.
Let's go. Everyone's
It's like every time that they port it to a new console, they find something new to break.
Let's get out of here.
But thank you all so much for having me again. And who do we have up next again?
Oh, our next run is Super Monkey Ball Touch and Roll by NES.
Yes.
Actually.
Awesome. Super Monkey Ball is great.
So stay tuned, keep watching. We have lots of more great runs to come. That's it from Distant Place, and that's it from me too. I'm going to pass it over to our wonderful host, Charlie. Stay with her, watch the rest of BSG Online too, and yeah, keep donating, keep supporting our charity. Thank you very, very much. We're going to go to a short intermission to set up the next run. You're going to watch a couple of ads. And yeah, that's it from us.
See you later, guys and gals.
See ya.